Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 87 or 86 of Project 𝐓𝐡𝐞𝐞. What is this item behind me? Well, you're going to find out right in this episode. So let's hop in. All right, folks, hopping into this next episode. Let's get started here. I've been looking at the creative storage upgrade, and I look at this and see a lot of this is auto crafting, gotta set it up type of stuff. So I'm gonna do that off stream. Gonna set that one up here. We're gonna set this one up to be this creative vending upgrade. Again, a lot of this is just auto crafting, waiting for it to get done. So nothing fancy, just have to set it up in the system and get it all set up. So I will probably do that between episodes. Between this episode and the next episode, get the auto crafting set up, get the auto crafting processing all of this, so we can get started on this. The final little bit. The thing I want to work on today is I do not have it over here. Is the creative gas tank. There we go. The creative gas tank. That's what we want to work on today. A lot of the basic stuff is this ultimate ingots, that's simple enough. The infinite control circuits, easy enough. We already started the creative essences at the end of last episode. But this episode, I want to at least get into the weirder gases that, like, pretty much all of the gases are simple to figure out. But deuterium is one of the first gases that we need to get into. And over here, we already have this pumping out heavy water. So if we have it go into a chemical separator, chemical isn't it chemical? Deuterium. AT fuel. How do we spell this? My English is bad today. DEU. There we go. Deuterium. It can come from liquid deuterium, which we could use the creative thing to make, or electrolytic separator. That's what we're looking for. The electrolytic separator. So let's get this all set up here. Now we have the electrolytic separator. Set this here. It's going to get heavy fuel. It's going to put out deuterium and oxygen, which deuterium is one of the ones that we need. We also need oxygen right there, like 4 things of oxygen. So I'm going to get the 4 tanks that we need for this. This is the ultimate chemical tanks. We need 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same on this side. And all we need to do is with this, put a pressurized tube. We'll go with the ultimate pressurized tubes. As you can see here, the DT fuel is coming out. We'll set that the side configs on the front be input allowed. Input output is fine. Not eject. Eject on is fine. Just make sure that it is set to input only. Okay, so once we get those full with deuterium, and again, on the front of these, make sure that they are set to input, or you can pump them right into the top. But I just like setting the input on the front. And just pump the pressurized tubes right there at a flux point to this right here. This will fill these up at a 2 to 1, 2 deuterium to 1. You can see here the deuterium is rising. The oxygen is rising on both of those. We can put in here, or we can tell this that it's allowed to power surge and bypass limits. Get some speed upgrades. We'll make some here in a second. Probably off camera just to speed these things up. And energy upgrades. Once we get the energy and speed upgrades into this, I was like, whoa, what was that sound? And then I realized we're still working on creative essences. So yeah, this is, oh, no. Oh, I just realized what just happened. Our wither escaped. Yeah, this is not the first time this has happened. I'm hoping it'll be the last time it happens on this pack. Okay, so the aether gas is full, so if we need it anymore, technically we've got the unlimited water, so, or the unlimited fluid, so. This is making the DT fuel here, or the DT, or the deuteronium. So we've got the first one started, or the first 8 started of the chemical thing here. So let's go to the next one. The next one we're going to need set up is this lithium. Lithium is normally useful in mechanism. So we will need a concentrator and a thermal evaporation controller. We're going to need 2 of these thermal evaporation controller. One to make brine, and one to make the liquid lithium. So we're going to need some evaporation blocks, evaporation valves, and a couple controllers. And we're going to see if 𝐓𝐿Core can remember exactly how to set these up here. Honestly, this really is not all that hard. It's just a little bit of work. Like, you could have had this done up earlier in your own pack, so. Because, I mean, lithium is, like I said, very useful in mechanism. Alright, so we'll kidnap this sink here. We'll kidnap the sink. We'll go back over here to this base. We'll get evaporation stuff. We're gonna say we'll go 100 of these blocks. We're gonna need 4 of these blocks. And we're going to need 2 of these blocks. Okay, so like I said, let's see if I can remember how to do this again. This is a passive system. I mean, you can pump heat into it. If I'm not mistaken, it is 4x4, which I want to do. I can't remember exactly how high. I will set the controller here. Like I'm surprised that the creative tank didn't require liquid brine. So I want to say it's 4 high. Yes, it's at least 4 high. So let's get this other one set up here as well. And like I said, you can have it set up so that what was it? English. You can have this set up so that you should have, like I said, you should have already had it set up. I didn't because I didn't go down the mechanism rabbit hole. There is nothing wrong with going down the mechanism rabbit hole. It looks like Malcord will exactly beat. I rarely make this anymore. I used to make this all the time, so. We'll set the sink here. We'll set a fluid pipe here. We'll get a wrench. I think this will work. Yes, okay, that will work. This is turning the liquid water into brine at a relatively low temperature, but it's turning it into brine at a pretty okay speed. You can heat this up more, and I will probably get some more control things for this here in a second. But we need another fluid pipe. At pipes. There we go. Set this one here. Wrench it out. And the brine is going to come out. It's going to come over here and be turned into liquid lithium. So we have liquid lithium in this. And the liquid lithium, I like saying that, gets turned into lithium with a rotary condenser. Okay, so let's get a rotary condenser. Okay, so tell this to make all the stuff. Get the rotary condenser here. As long as we don't use to create a tank, I don't care. We can set this here. We can put the fluid pipe on top here. Pipe out, and this should be set now to there we go. It's now turning the lithium into, or turning the liquid lithium into lithium here. And we can just get 4 more ultimate tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ultimate pipes, or the pressurized pipes. And the reason why this one has lithium is the way they're all set up. They'll push out to the front into this one. And all we just need is a flux plug for this. And this will run for a while. So ways we can speed this up. Okay, we'll start with this one. We can grab more evaporation blocks. Let's say here we'll go So 64 more. And we will take these 64. See that it is no longer a block. Put this back into this order, but if we place these now here, you see that it also forms. So so yeah, okay, I did math this right. I wanted to go up this tall, want this. One, to hold more liquid, because we can pump more liquid in once we switch this over to laser IO. Okay, so that's going to be one of the upgrades I'm going to do between episodes to speed this up. And solar. Solar is the other thing we can do here. We want some of these advanced solar grids. It's just going to take me a little bit to get this all taught to the system. So there we go. This is all taught now. So we should be able to get 8 of these advanced solar, which will speed them up. We just want 4 for the first one. Okay, so once these 4 gets done, we'll in a few seconds. Okay, we can take these out of here. And in the corners here, we'll just set them here. Here. And here. And here. And what this will do is make the water change into brine faster. Okay, you see here the brine is producing at a very good pace because we're heating it up faster. Now, we're going to have to re-wrench this, and hopefully this, yeah, that does produce faster. So let's add a acceleration card into here like so. So there we go. That has the brine. That brine is getting turned into lithium. I'm going to do the same to this one to get that brine set up. It is burning through the water faster than we're using it, so yeah, we're gonna have to use a laser IO node, or I think I can attach that. Okay, so attaching that will fill this full of water faster. There we go. We're turning it into brine. Brine gets turned into lithium. Our lithium production line is complete. So that is 2 of the more complex ones here. Let me see here. Chlorine. I don't think that we need to jump through much hot things for chlorine. Let's see here. CHL. Chlorine. And I think there's hydrogen chlorine as well. Yeah. So let's look at chlorine. electrolytic separator from the brine. There you go. Sodium, chlorine. So we can just have a thing set up for that. This requires hydrogen added to chlorine. We already know how to get the chlorine from the brine. Simple enough. I'll set up that line as well. Get that processing. Sodium, we saw that. Tritium, tritium, is that the last of the tricky gasolines? Ethylene, we already know. Gaseous brine. We just take the brine there that we're producing in bulk now and get gaseous brine. Sort of why I built the one tank up that high. Sulfuric acid, we're already making. Oxygen, we already have set up. Ooh, it is, yeah, there's like 8 oxygen, so we'll get that set up. Sulfuric acid, yes. Gaseous brine. Ethylene. Ethylene was oh yeah, we were looking at tritium. 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 Tritium is made by a solar neutron activator with lithium. So yeah, we already have all the stuff set up. I'm going to set up the processes to get these done. Get them done between episodes. And once we get back, we'll wrap up the pack next time. So if you like this episode, guys, hit that like button. If you dislike this episode, go ahead, hit that dislike button. Doesn't hurt my feeling, but let me know why you did in the comments. If you haven't done so yet, hit that follow button or subscribe button. It does help out the channel a lot. If you haven't done so yet, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch. And yeah, until next time. Later, Gators.